Nigga fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man.
Yeah, we got Pass on the line. Yo, Pass, what's goody?
What's up, er? What's happening with y'all?
We chillin', there. We sitting back.
Good.
The motherfucking trailer dropped for you and Magic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You heard me
Y'all
talk
had a little,
about how blunt you
I
are.
heard you guys on that trailer too, though.
Yeah, I mean, you gonna fuck him up?
Oh yeah, all time.
I could barely hear him.
Yeah, you kind of low.
Oh, you can't hear me? Hold up. How about now?
All right, now you good.
All right, cool. I'm like driving right now, and I'm lightweight, riding dirty right now, talking to y'all on the phone, but it's cool.
Yo, I'm saying you could talk you straight.
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. It'll be cool.
All right, I'm saying, man. Wonder if you could fuck him up, man.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be good, man. You know, obviously, B Magic is dope and whatnot. He's definitely cool, but you know, my style is just a little different. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I heard y'all on that trailer too. That was tight.
Early, I told man, you so blunt, my nigga. I love that shit.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate it. That's you know, and that's just kind of how I am. You know what I mean? Like I'm you know, I cut right to it. You know what I mean? I don't really, you know, I'm not really trying to dance around it or nothing like that. I'm like, look, this is how it is. This is why. You know, it is what it is, et cetera, et cetera. So it's gonna be a little bit more of that, you know. So.
And I know it got to be crazy. You down in Oakland.
Yeah, should be tight. And then at the event where Mistah Fab is battling at, that's a pretty big deal for me, you know. Like.
So you souped? You souped or what? You souped up?
Oh man, come on now. Nah, I'm gonna be juiced, man. Like, and then on the fact, like, you know, like I said, like the fact that it's the same event that Mistah Fab is making his return is kind of a big deal to me. Like a lot of people in Oakland who might not even be familiar with the scene are now getting familiar with it just because of that. You know, they're gonna be in the building. I heard that there's gonna be some big names, some from the Bay Area rap scene is gonna be there and whatnot. So, you know, it should be cool, man. I'm juiced.
That's what's up, man. Hey, man. I can't one right here, man. Yo, question. Are you worried about the pass flips that's going to come at you? You know you're going to have 1,000 pass flips.
Yeah, I don't know if he will. I mean, honestly, I think so many people probably are, like, telling him, like, not to do it. And, you know, I mean, he's not stupid. You know, I don't think he's going to do that, honestly. He might have a couple. You know, I'm ready to hear a few, but after the DNA battle, I don't think anybody's trying to do that shit again. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody's really, like, looking to do that again, you know. But that's, like, the easy way to go with me, I think, because, like, I'm not really, how do you say, like, I don't really put myself out there. I don't do hella battles like that. Like, so people don't really have a lot to say about me other than flipping the name or whatever. And some people have done it well. Some of DNA's lines were cool, like some of his schemes or whatever. But I think after that, I don't really think too many people are going to be trying to fuck with that. I hope he doesn't do that. It'll make for a better battle, you know, all around. So.
Who won, you or DNA?
Oh, I for sure won that battle. I mean, in my opinion. I mean, it's hard for me to answer that, you know, with me in any battle, it's like, you know, it's hard. It's like feels weird for me to say like, oh, well, I prefer my style over the other dude because of what I do. You know, but yeah, I thought that he was. I mean, I also thought that he was like not that tight in that battle to me. You know what I mean? Like, I thought you know, some of the shit he said was like, all right, dude, like that was super corny. Some of his lines all around be kind of corny. I'm not trying to hate on DNA, but it's like, you know.
No, you're not hating. That's not hating. Go ahead, bro.
You know what, Pat? Don't buy into Cap's bullshit. Don't buy into his bullshit. He's baiting you. He's baiting you right now, Pat.
Oh, okay.
Nah, because I feel like that too, to be honest with you. But, yo, do you get tired of hearing about the Hollow battle?
Nah, not really. I mean, nah, I don't. I mean, honestly, like, and being completely honest, like not on some cliche type of shit. Like I'm proud to have been a part of that battle. Like it was such a tight moment. You know, like the fact that people are still talking about it is fucking awesome.
That battle.
Like, and then people ask me like, you know, who you think won that? I'm like, I don't know, man. You know, like it was so close, and it doesn't. At a certain point, like it almost doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? Like once you get to the point where it's like you got people arguing over whether or not you won and whatnot, it's like okay, at that point, it's just a win-win for everybody. To be honest,
I got you winning.
Oh man, word?
Yeah,
I've heard that before. Hey, can you just get backwoods, please? My bad. I had to go to the store with y'all on the phone. I'm sorry. I'm taking y'all to the store with me. Get some backwoods.
Hey, what's up, Wayne? You from Cali? How you feel?
Well, I already told you. I'm from the Bay Area, and they always talk bad about me, so I doubt we're going to get that Cali hatred on the phone tonight.
Wait, you from the Bay Area, you said?
I am, yep. I grew up in Vallejo, but yeah, all my family, yes. All my family between the 70s on up to the 84.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from San Francisco, but I grew up in Vallejo. But all my family is between the 70s to 84s. Like I said, all of Hunters Point, Fillmore. But I grew up in the suburbs. I'm a suburb girl, but yeah, at the end of the day.
Okay, that's all right.
No
I mean,
doubt.
the Bay is so crazy because you'll have, you know, some of these fools from the suburbs will be like more with the shit than, you know, somebody from the turf sometimes.
Definitely.
It'd be like that. That's really funny. That's right.
Yeah, that's no doubt. That's just. But it's always been that way. But like I said, they always talk about me, and my Cali love. You know what? I think Bay Area people or just California people in general gravitate. They have like really huge roots in hip hop. So for me, the East Coast, West Coast, no matter what, it was just universal for me. So
absolutely.
No, definitely. But what I wanted to ask you, years ago when you battled Daylight, you know, and he made his comments about how people didn't really fuck with him then back when he started battling. What are the differences that you see in him now outside the Antics? Like growth, anything that he lacked now or then, or like, what are your differences in a positive light for him?
I hear you. Yeah, I mean, and we're putting the Daylight that shows up though. We're talking about that Daylight, right? So, I mean, I think it's more dialed in. You know what I mean? Like, I think he found his niche. He really figured out like what hits and what connects with the crowd. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, kind of honed in his style. I mean, back then he was like, you know, one of the first guys doing, you know, the quote unquote schemes and whatnot, what have you. Sometimes, and some of them were cool, and some of them were like, you know, okay, whatever. And I think now he's like, he lightweight, you know, it's more perfected. It's more like you've seen him verse Quest McCody.
Quest McCody, yeah.
I don't know if y'all watched that. I just watched that, you know, and I was like, oh wow, he really came with it, you know, like he was really gassing. I actually just recently watched a couple Daylight battles, and I was like, okay, like, and I know that when he battled me, like he was, you know, he was not the happiest, and you know, and even back then, honestly, he was way awkward. Like, he was a very awkward type of dude back then, you know what I mean? He wasn't like, you know, like, I mean, it was really different back then, you know what I mean? And then talking to him after the battle and shit, it was different. It was kind of weird, but like, you know, now I think he's kind of grown into himself, and he knows how to like really, you know, he knows how to say what he's trying to say more directly, and kind of connecting with the mind state of where the crowd is at and everything, if you know, if that makes sense, you know. But I think he's dope as fuck. Even when he be doing the Antics, it's like, you are a fool, blood. But then at the same time, it's like, that's what he does, you know. He actually like reminds me of some of the homies I know who are from like Oakland, who are from the hood, like from the super duper turf, but are complete goofballs at the same time, you know, like, and so he kind of reminds me of that. And if you pay attention to when he does do the antics, you know, like, he doesn't do it. Oh man, I hate to say this shit because it sounds retarded, but it's like he does it with battles that are like weird battles anyway. I guess like he did it against Real Deal, but it's like, who the fuck wants to be in battle with Real Deal? You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you know what I mean? And he did it on Total Slaughter, which turned out to be like a shit show in the, you know, no pun intended. Like, it turned out to be like a shit show anyway in the end, and I feel like he sensed that from the get-go, and he was like, you know, fuck this shit, I'm gonna, you know, just do some weird shit, you know what I mean? But then when he battled Head Ice, or when he battled Charlie Clips or whatever, and you know, other battles I can't even think of, like, he really goes off, so, you know, you can't really, it's like, all right, I feel like I know what he's doing, but I don't really know what he's doing either, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So after you fuck up Magic, who you got next?
I do have a battle locked in, but I can't say who it is just yet. I think we're going to announce it at the battle when I'm battling B Magic. But it's in Boston. It's at the Boston event. I'm on that event.
Oh, shit. Wow. That's what's up.
Yeah. This is going to be...
So that's going to be crazy. Y'all going to be crazy. Y'all going to freak out when you find out who it is.
What?
You don't beat me, but it's cool.
How think going to beat you?
You might think you beat me. I don't know. Maybe you won't. Maybe you will. We'll see.
Interesting.
I know he's not gonna beat me. I actually have a few reasons why I know he's not gonna beat me, but it's cool. Y'all find out.
Well,
real
let's
soon.
hear him. We want to hear
That's
him.
what I'm gonna say. What's the reasons?
I don't know. I might give it away. If I say it, so I'm not.
He won't tell.
I mean, technically, if you don't say his name, you're not telling us who it is. We just say no reason why he's gonna think you gonna be the battle rapper.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's gonna be good. Trust me. And then that's a crazy ass card. Like I heard, you know, the homie Nakaya who I think, didn't he talk to you guys also one time? Like, talk to y'all about that card, yeah. And I'll give you a hint. He did mention the guy who I'm battling.
Okay.
He mentioned his name in the interview with y'all, but he didn't say who he was battling against.
I think
I know who it is.
And then on top of that, it's a small room setting. That's dope right there.
That's gonna be so dope.
It's going to be crazy, and, you know, a lot of people don't think, you know, that I could battle away from Oakland, and, you know, I'm not going to lie, like, I did a couple battles, like, all the ones that I've done away from home have, like, been a little funky, like, been a little weird, but this time it's going to be official, you know, so I'm looking forward to it. I know what to do, you know, so.
What's your perspective on mainstream rappers coming back and battling?
I think, I mean, Cassidy came back. He was cool. You know, he was cool. He said some shit that was pretty terrible, but he was actually, some of the shit he said was like, okay, that was nice.
I was going to say, come on, Paz, knock it off.
Nah, some of it was kind of weak, bro. Like, some of it was like, oh, come on, blood. But the way he said it doesn't even matter. Like, sometimes you could say something that's not that tight, and it's like, the way he said it was so smooth, it's like, I can't even hate on it, you know what I mean? And that's what I think a lot of Cassidy had going on for him. But yeah, I mean, I think, I'm not mad at it if they take it serious and they're, you know, it's just been every time it's been done so far, it's just some kind of weird circumstance. Like, there's some kind of weird baggage along with it. Like Cassidy, he had outdated style, but he was still pretty tight. He's probably the best. He's definitely the best to have done it so far. You know, Candace obviously was super weird. Hold on, my son is about to come up and yell at me. Hold on, buddy. Oh, I can do that later for you, okay? My bad, y'all. So yeah, I mean, I think so far it's always been some kind of strange circumstance.
What about Joe Button?
Oh, he was whack to me. Or actually, I take it back. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, dude. Oh, man, my son is telling me a crazy story. I thought Joe Budden was cool, but he was okay. And I actually thought, I'm not gonna lie, people might think I'm crazy for saying this. There was like a split second there where I thought that he was like beating Joe Budden, or he was beating Hollow. Mm-hmm. There was like a half second where I was like, oh, he might actually be kind of gassing on him, but then he said, oh, I'm going to drop the mic, and I was like, okay, that's weird. So I didn't understand that. And then, you know, so it's like another thing where it's just like he does that. Cannabis pulls out a notepad, which is like the weirdest thing I ever seen. And then, yeah, I think it can be done right. I think Mistah Fab is gonna actually really surprise a lot of people.
Think so?
I think so too. I think so too.
Just
y'all two wouldn't be saying that because y'all both from the Bay Area now, would y'all?
You know what? There you go. There you go.
I mean, I'll put it like this. And, you know, and when I see Fab, I'm going to say this to him too, you know, if I get the chance to, like, get a convo with him. You know, I wanted to battle Mistah Fab for a while, and I thought he was, like, ducking me. Like, it actually was something that a few years back we were, like, talking about setting up or whatever, yada, yada, you know. But honestly, like, I think he's about to come with it. He's been studying it. He's been coming to the events. He's been watching. He's not Cassidy, and then nobody really knows like what he's got in store though. Like I've heard some rumors. I heard people like say they heard bars, and they were like, "Yeah, he's coming with it." I think Arsenal's gonna come with it too, obviously, you know, but it's gonna be tight. I think he's gonna surprise some people, you know.
I know when he was on the show, he made a believer out of me. I believe Fab's gonna have a nice performance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I listened to that interview as well. And this battle has been planned for a very, very long time. I think he's had
time. He's had time to study. He didn't really answer that question, but he answered the question. I mean, he said enough to where you understood that he wasn't just going into this without a plan. You know what? Him and Tubby Jag, both of them, him and Jag, the way that they speak, I mean, they're in tune with battle rap. And a person outside of the Joe Budden situation, it's like those are the people that aren't, you know, if they're mainstream, they're not necessarily battle rap today culture, but they're in tune. To me, if you're in tune, you're practicing, you have battle rappers that you deal with, that you know the formula, I think, and then their aggression, and, you know, they already got bars.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Mistah Fab is known for, I mean, he can break out in a freestyle, and I just love the freestyle ability, but he can break out in a freestyle, so for me, he can rebut, he can come with something crazy in a rebuttal to Arsenal, and Arsenal may not be able to combat that because he may sleep on it.
Exactly. And I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if if Fab didn't even freestyle like at all in this battle. Okay. You know, he might do a little rebuttal, he might do something but I wouldn't be surprised if he just, you know, went straight from preparation. I mean, and then you got to think about like he's from North Oakland. Like I also grew up like in North Oakland. You know what I mean? And I've always known about Mistah Fab, and you know something about people from Oakland and people from the Bay Area in general is the game. You know what I mean? Like the we soak up games. The game is to be sold, not told. You know what I mean? But he will spit games like no other. He's like, you know, he's the understudy to like E40 and Too Short and them, you know what I mean? Like he's a hip hop head, you know, exactly. So you get that together, and I feel like I have a little bit of that as well, like, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm not so punchliney. I'm more just straight to it, like you said, but that's because I grew up out here. You know, it's more to me about like mouthpiece, you know what I mean? And less about you know, clever punches and things like that.
Your plan. Who's your toughest opponent?
Say it again?
Who's your toughest opponent?
Who's my toughest opponent? Coming up, I think, like, the one that I can't name for y'all is probably my toughest opponent.
That Ilmac, that little Ilmac joint you have was good too.
What'd you say?
The Ilmac one.
The Ilmac, that freestyle from way back in the day?
Yeah. That shit was dope. I think that shit was dope, nigga.
Yeah, that was, man, good. Oh, that was so good. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was like, man, I was like 16 back then, or 17. We were that was in Cincinnati at Scribble Jam. That we were at the hotel, the nastiest hotel on the face of the earth, called the Budget Host. There's so much crazy shit that went down at that place in Cincinnati. That's when I battled Iron Solomon in the first round of Scribble Jam, like battle in front of like 10,000 people. He destroyed me, and it's cool, you know.
But nah, it was a freestyle battle.
Yeah, you're talking about me and Ilmac, right? And
yeah,
old like beatbox footage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, we were like, and we had been like, you know, kind of like a friendly rivalry thing, and we were like, okay, we know we're going to battle each other either on stage, and if we don't do it on stage, we're going to just go to the hotel and freestyle and do it there. Fools were like drinking, and, you know, it was so much fun. It was crazy.
Yeah, it looked like y'all was
fun. Yeah, I was like super young back then.
Yo, how you feel about the K-Shine battle?
K-Shine. Oh, man. Yeah, that was cool. I don't know. I feel like I was still trying to get, like, back into my zone at that point. Like, you know, it was cool. I definitely thought I got him, and I feel like he, you know, felt kind of weird about his material. That was a weird battle. I don't know. Was that the event? That was the event where the cannabis battle happened, too, I think, actually.
But, Paz, what happened when Sean spit that Tupac line? Why the hell did you agree with that shit, man?
I did agree with that, too. What did he say? He said, Tupac was born in Cali, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, you was like,
Oh, man, I wasn't thinking, I was like, And at the moment, and then right when I said that, I was like, oh, wait, but it's like, whatever, you know. I don't know, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but the internet, like, that's like the only thing they talk about. In the comments of that battle is like, they talk about the fact that I said, yeah, you right, yeah, you was born in Cali, you right. Everybody's like, no, he's not actually, Paz. He's born in like Baltimore, I think, right?
Yeah.
Or Harlem, maybe, or something.
Nah, he's from New York. He's from New York. Yo, that shit was just crazy because he said it wrong. So we're like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's from Harlem. Like, you from where he's born? So how the fuck did you get it wrong? And then you like, I was like, what the fuck? We had to go back and double check and make sure I wasn't bugging for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. In the moment, like, you know, it's hard for me. Like, when you watch it online, you're like, oh, wow, he said Tupac was born in Cali. But when I'm, like, listening to him, I'm, like, thinking of my own raps and stuff like that. And I'm, like, just kind of hearing, like, little things that he's saying here and there. And all I heard was Tupac and Cali. I didn't really hear, like, oh, you know, I'm not, like, really dissecting what he's saying in the moment. But whatever, I'll chalk that up. That's, you know, that's cool. I'll take that as a you know, I will never agree with anything my opponent says ever again in a battle because of that.
Have you ever been offered to battle in URL?
Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit. I'm kind of over it, to be honest. Like, I don't know if I'm necessarily interested in. I don't know if I'm really interested in getting on like a stage of like 20,000 people, or I'm not 20,000 people, but whatever. I know they got big ass crowds, and I don't know if I'm interested in it. At one point I really did, and I felt like it was something that I had to do. I'm like, yo, I gotta hit this. It's like a milestone for me or whatever to do this. But at this point, I'm just like, Like, I've tried to do it. I talked to, Norbs over there or whatever. I don't even know if he's still messing with it anymore, but I heard he's, like, not doing it no more or something. I don't even know, but...
Yeah, so he said that he was going to not, like, do, like, 1 or 2 a year or some shit like that. I don't really know.
Yeah, okay. And, I mean, and this was a while ago, and, like, I don't really want to, like, go through all that just to get a battle and then... and I'm trying to get, my compensation right and everything, and make sure the business is right. I don't really like putting that info like all out there or whatever, but like that's, you know, something that you got to make sure it's handled right. And if it's not worth it for me to go all the way to New York, I'm not gonna do it. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm pretty much only like rocking with Lush at this point when it comes to anything battle related. Like I don't really want to talk to anybody else.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But hey, man, I'm gonna get quick and get the fuck off this phone, man. Do your thing, man.
Wait, say it again.
I say, I know you ready to get the fuck off this phone. Do your thing, man.
Right. Spend time with the kids.
Yeah, spend time with the son. Go ahead, bro.
Man, I can't even. It sounds like muffled a little bit. What'd you say?
I said, go ahead and spend time with your son, bro. I know he's waiting for you.
Oh yeah, he over here. Yeah, he wants me to. He said, "Dad, build him some Legos for me."
Yeah, I already know what time it is, man. But hey, how to get you back up there, man? Appreciate you coming on, G.
Yeah, of course, man. Hope to come back, man. I appreciate y'all having me on, bro. Real talk.
Definitely, my nigga. Hey, man, you be safe, man. Salute, homie.
Yeah, man. You too. I'll see y'all.
Hello.
Peace.
Peace.
F.A.B. 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man.